I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access Television, inviting you to another episode of Your Missoula. On this episode of Your Missoula, we're going to talk to representatives of Homeword, which is a housing and development organization in Missoula. In the studio with me is Chelsea Nichols, and she is a financial educator with Homeword, and also Alex Ramsing, who is a home buyer educator. Welcome, and thanks for taking the time.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you so
you
much.
for having us.
You bet, and thank you for working in this really necessary field. Homeword is a nonprofit agency. So for people who may not have heard of Homeword, and I was just talking about its inception 40 years ago. So people just tuned in, they're like, what are they talking about? What is Homeword?
Yeah, so Homeword, our mission is that we use sustainable methods to strengthen Montana communities. So we have a couple different ways that we do that. First, we have our development side that you had mentioned as well, where we acquire either land or properties to rehabilitate and build to make it affordable for Montana communities, so you can have a safe, healthy home that you can afford. And then we also have our program side of Homeword. So we teach the home buying education, and then I teach the financial education. We actually also have a post-purchase education as well that is recently transpired.
Okay, so your next question is, if someone were watching this, what would motivate them to say, I need to learn more about Homeword? Yeah.
I think it's a great place where folks can get education on getting post-purchase or pre-purchase information about how to buy a home. You can get information about financial fitness. Where can I go? What can I do? How can I square things away to live a happy, healthy financial life?
Yeah. I mean, because it can be really complicated, right? People may or may not know their credit score. And then I remember stuff about home buying where they'd say, get pre-approved. And then you think, well, what does that involve? What does it even mean to be pre-approved to buy a home?
Yeah, there's a couple different things. So there's pre-qualification and pre-approval, which a lot of times that gets thrown back and forth.
I just did. I didn't know there was pre-qualification and pre-approval.
Which pre-qualification, I can do a pre-qualification. So that is just simply running the numbers based on what someone tells me. This is how much money I make. This is how much debt I have. This is roughly what you can afford based on those numbers.
Yeah.
A pre-approval is an actual application process where you are, they're going to do the full credit pull. You're going to have to bring in pay stubs, bank statements, like hard proof of income, basically.
Right. And also of debt.
And also of debt as well. So bank statements for credit cards, loans, auto loans, things like that. You're going to need to bring those to the table as well.
Right. And it can be so tricky, right? Because let's say you're so good, you've never borrowed any money ever. And then people are like, well, we don't know what a good person they'd be to pay it back, even though, let's say, you have a high income, but you don't have any credit history.
That is true, and we run into that in Montana. A lot of folks that like to live a cash lifestyle running into that issue of, okay, now you need to take out a loan for the largest purchase potentially of your entire life. So how do you do that without a credit history? And we can work with folks on how to build that history and build that credit.
Yeah, so from your perspective, Alex, if someone were watching and they said, I think I really want to look into home ownership, the American dream, and they think, well, I don't know anything about it. It seems really complicated. Oh, I need a real estate agent, and then how much money do they want, and why would they take me around, and so on and so forth. So if they came across Homeword, they would realize they could take classes in home buying, like what may be expected, what to expect from banks, from real estate agents, from people selling the house, the home owners that you're succeeding.
And our class is one of the longer classes that I've talked to folks on the national level. How long is your class? And we say, oh, we're 9 hours long, and we pack that time. It is not, it does not come up short usually. We usually fill that whole time. And I'm very thankful that we have professionals in Missoula that come and volunteer for our classes that teach sections. I have an inspector that comes in. I have realtors that can come in. I have lenders that come in to talk about the whole process. So the class is really meant for anybody who is anywhere in the process of purchasing a home. It could be someone like, I'm fresh out of college and I want to take this class. Or it could be someone that is close to closing and maybe they need the certification for certain down payment assistance programs.
And I guess a person can also determine, if you're younger and say, home owning isn't for me. I've come across folks that, even though it seems like that's the American dream, they say, no, I don't want the responsibility.
Sure.
But without taking a class, I guess they really wouldn't know what's involved. And the good news is the class is coming up January 13th. It's a Tuesday, 6 p.m. And it's an online class, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're not going to make folks do the whole 9 hours on Tuesday night after work.
Yeah, the marathon homebuyers class.
We do, so I usually will teach the class either on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays for folks that can do weekdays, or we'll do a full day Saturday class. And so I'm trying to hit.
So this is coming up. There's a cost involved, but you guys are a nonprofit, so the cost is really underwritten and not very much money, is it?
It's $35 for class. For my class, per person.
Per person, and there's 3 sections. Is each section 35?
No.
Or the whole?
No, it's
So you get 9 hours of
9 hours of education.
For $35.
Yeah.
That's not bad, people. It's homeword.org, and then under classes, they'll see this come up.
And Chelsea, do you want to talk about your class too? Yours is a free class, which is even better.
Absolutely. So our programs work really well together. Some folks will sit in Alex's class and they're like, yes, I do want to own a home, but I don't really know what's going on with my money. I don't have a lot in savings. I have a really high debt load. So then I get a lot of those folks will come and see me as well to help. We create a budget. We talk about different methods to reduce some of those debt loads. It's a longer game plan, but we can continue to keep home ownership in our sight as a long-term goal. But those aren't the only clients that I get to see. I see a large range of folks with different incomes. So some of the very low income to somebody with maybe 6 figures, and they come to me and we get to talk about different budgeting or financial goals, whatever those are. And we come up with game plans. So those are some of the counseling sessions, but my class is the financial skill building class. And my next class is also going to be on the 13th, 14th, and 15th of January. So it is also going to be online.
So you're not going to compete in the same room?
No. And it's also free, so that's really awesome to help make it more available and affordable for a lot of the lower income folks that just need some of that fundamental guidance and education regarding how to budget and manage our money. I also get professionals in for my class as well. So some of the folks that are lenders as well will come in and teach the banking section where we talk about credit and loans and different options with banking. And then I also have someone come in for the student loan section, and I'm trying to work on getting some investors or financial advisors coming in to teach that part too.
Oh, that's a great idea too.
Are you looking for more educators too?
Yes, I am looking for more volunteers.
Here's a question I didn't ask you. Can you walk us through what your roles look like day to day?
Day to day, it really depends on the week. Could be a lot of class prep, just getting slides ready. I usually meet with 5 to 6 people per week on a one-on-one session. So we also teach the classes, but then folks that take the class are welcome to do a one-on-one session. I usually book between 1.5 to 2 hours per client. We may not take the whole 2 hours, but it can definitely take the whole 2 hours. And we break down all the numbers. We'll do the pre-qualification. We'll do loan scenarios. And then after every session, I'll do a write-up on everything that we talked about and provide any sort of links to direct resources that we talked about in class.
Super.
Yeah.
And so that service from you, Alex, comes with registration for the class.
Yes.
So once you have sat your 9 hours, you could have individualized attention.
Absolutely.
To your particular circumstance.
And that's what we
What a
prefer.
deal.
I mean, folks can definitely sign up for a one-on-one in advance, but it's, I think, easier to take class first just to have that foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, Chelsea, what about for you?
Yeah.
Your day-to-day?
Yeah, so I already, put the cart before the horse, explained a little bit about what some of my counseling sessions are like.
Yeah, like budgeting.
Yep, so we'll do the intake session. That's usually like 2 hours. We can pull a credit report and credit score and get a look at that, build the budget, talk about our goals, whether that's, increasing savings, paying off debt. So right now I have about 4 to 6 sessions in a week. And then I do the same working on slides. We do action plans. So whenever somebody comes and meets with us, we'll write up a quick little review of what we discussed, an action plan for them to work on to help them meet those goals. So that takes up, some of our time in the week.
So you guys have kind of dual roles with Homeword, both as educators and then counselors.
Yes.
That's pretty wild. See, I didn't know that.
It's pretty fun.
I love it.
Okay, so we have a few. On this one, Chelsea, would be you, the follow-up. A lot of people hear financial counseling and think of financial advisors or planners.
Yeah.
So how is your role different?
Yeah.
Because I was talking to you guys before we were recording about, my IRA simple, and, I go to see someone and so on.
Yeah. So I'm more of like a financial coach. Like we talk about what are your goals and how do you want to reach those goals? And we work together brainstorming and sitting with the drawing board and looking at our money, income, and expenses. As like a financial advisor is somebody that is going to give you that advice in regards to retirement or possibly investing as well.
Yeah.
So occasionally I do have some folks that do mix up my titles or maybe think that my role would be as like somebody that has that education and knowledge in investing.
Yeah. Give them a hot stock tip or something,
Yeah, and right now I have some pretty basic knowledge around that as I joined Homeward just now in March of this year. But usually I will refer people out to the specialists that have that more detailed information and knowledge that can guide them on that path.
Sure. And then Alex, how about for you?
Yeah.
Like how it's different. Well, I don't know if you get a different one, Well, like in your coaching, it's a little different than being like a commercial advisor, obviously.
Right. I mean, really, some of the best advice that I have is for home buying is just be ready. Like the more ready that you can make yourself for a home purchase, the more likely you are to have a bid go in and have it go through. I did have someone ask me once in class, like, is home buying just based on luck? And it's like, well, yes and no.
Right.
If you're not ready and an opportunity comes across your desk, but you've never met with a lender, you've not met with a realtor, you haven't prepared, don't have any savings set aside, how lucky is that moment for you?
Yeah.
If you're just not ready to go. So.
Yeah, somebody had said that. Like our teacher had once said, the more I practice, the luckier I get.
Yeah,
But sort
that's
of
great.
what it
I
meant
like that.
was that preparation.
Yes.
And then, there's fate, the one house you wanted on the market and the sellers are motivated or whatever it is,
Sure.
where a deal comes through you thought may never have happened or something.
100%.
Well, let's see, we got the wrap-up question. Well, sure, if someone watching today wants to learn more about Homeword or take one of the classes, go online, right?
Go to our
That's how
website.
they get started.
Yeah.
And I know Scott's been showing it to people at home, and I'll just speak the URL for our low vision viewers, and that is Homeword, one string, HOMEWORD.org. Any final words before I let you go?
Come see us.
Come see us.
Yeah.
Come take a class. They're really fun. It's 9 hours, but try and make them as entertaining as possible, because we don't want to.
Right.
It's a
and
lot of
you've got
info.
Lots of
It's a lot of
guests
info.
and people move it along, so on. It's online.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to be there in your best dress. You probably could like eat stuff quietly, you know, with your mic off while you're learning.
I do have classes online and in person.
Okay.
So every quarter, out of the 3 classes, you know, each month, I teach my class once a month, and every 3rd class I'll do it in person. Now I do have snacks and coffee, so.
Oh, see. Well, thank you both so much, Alex and Chelsea from Homeword, for taking the time to give us information about home buying and financial management for a household. As always, if you know of a group and you'd like to see them on this program, let us know at MCAT. Our email address is mcat@mcat.org. For MCAT, I'm Joel Baird. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.